Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Limerick, and this is Limerick on Life.
That's the way it is, Monday, September 22nd, 1975. This is Walter Cronkite, CBS News. Good night.
The one and only Walter Cronkite, a newsman's newsman. He was one of my idols. It was in New Orleans back in the 80s that he presented me with an award, and afterwards we talked at length about all sorts of things, including sailing, which was his passion. He was quite a guy. As I reach a milestone in my life, 3/4 of a century on this planet, I find myself reflecting on those I met along the way, whether it was during my youth or later during my many decades as a news person. Looking back, I think the first celebrity I met was in the early 50s in my hometown of Shelby, North Carolina. Yeah, I was about 9 or 10, running toward the Carolina Dairy Store to see up close and personal a real-life TV cowboy, Hopalong Cassidy.
Here he comes, here he comes. There's the trumpets, there's the drums, here he comes. Hopalong Cassidy, here he comes.
Clad in black but a good guy with jangling spurs and his white stallion topper, William Boyd, a.k.a. Hoppy, was a sight to behold. I think he said, "Howdy, partner," or something to that effect, and boy, was I thrilled. Of course, later in life, I found out Bill Boyd was born in Ohio, not in Texas. And why do they call him Hopalong in the first place? Because in the first of his many movies, he was shot in the leg. That's why. Another cowboy hero of mine was also an Ohio native, Leonard Sly, who became the king of the cowboys, Roy Rogers.
Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Teaming up with Roy on their theme song was wife Dale Evans. During my days at WBT in Charlotte, I got to interview Roy and Dale. Both could not have been nicer. Great people. Back in 1981, my pal Dude and I flew to California, and while there, visited the Roy Rogers Museum in Victorville, California, out in the desert. There on display was Trigger, Dale's horse Buttermilk, Trigger Jr., and their German Shepherd Bullet, all of them stuffed in action poses. Never forget that. Nearby was their Jeep Nellie Bell. No, I don't think Sidekick Pat Brady was stuffed. I'm not sure of that, though. The Roy Rogers Museum was eventually moved to Branson, Missouri, but it closed several years back. Understand Trigger was auctioned off for $31,000. Somebody got a great deal. Of course, Roy's biggest rival when it came to singing cowboys was Gene Autry.
I'm back in the saddle again, out where a friend is a friend, where the longhorn cattle.
When I was about 10, I got to stand beside Gene and his horse Champion at the Cleveland County Fair. Remember, he was a little bit grumpy that day, but he went on to become a gazillionaire on the Los Angeles Angels baseball team for years. And of course, Gene can be heard every Christmas singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and Frosty the Snowman. Gene Autry.
Back in the saddle again.
Then there was the time during Fair Week when a bunch of us boys hid in the bushes outside the Lingren Motel, which, by the way, still stands, but is now a Mexican restaurant. Staying in the motel, none other than
The Lone Ranger.
Yes, Clayton Moore and his faithful Indian companion Tonto, Jay Silverheels, had rooms there at the motel, and I remember them getting into Clayton's Cadillac. Yes, we actually saw the Lone Ranger without his mask. We did. What a thrill, but he was a lot shorter than he looked on TV. So lucky to have seen or even met my boyhood Western heroes. But there was also Kirby Grant.
Out of the clear blue of the western sky comes Sky King, brought to you by Nabisco, National Biscuit Company.
Actually, when I interviewed him, Kirby was running a boys' ranch in Florida. I'm sure Clipper and Penny were very, very proud of him. They're all gone now, but the memories live on for thousands of kids just like me.
There are places I remember all my life, though some have changed.
I'll do some more reminiscing in the days to come. Maybe one day my grandkids can listen and take a trip through Granddad's eyes to yesteryear. For now, that's a slice of life. I'm Doug Limerick. Sure hope you enjoyed the podcast. You'll find a complete podcast library on my website, my new website, douglimerick.com. Check it out. Let us know what you think.